You would think that the Hair-mazing doll would have really amazing hair. I mean, it's kind of in the name, and the original dolls had it, but these ones, not so much. Okay, so obviously I am back home now. So I've got all of the dolls here and I have them in order based off of their retail price. So not the sale price, because some of these dolls, like I got it at a markdown from what the original price was, but I got them in order based off their retail price. And I'm gonna start off at the lowest price and then work my way up to the most expensive. I know that there's going to be a big variety of different like quality levels and, you know, things included for the price. So at the end, I am going to compare these and choose what I think was the best value for the price and what I personally liked the best. So I'll tell you those at the end. So if you want to know, keep watching. So that being said, let's just go ahead and jump right in. So to start off, we have Fashion Doll. Very, very straightforward, very simple. This is from the Dollar Tree store. This is how the doll comes, just in a soft pouch. I'm just gonna go ahead and open this up so we can take a look at the doll. And just like that, the doll is out of the box. So obviously this is the cheapest doll on the list here. There's not really much to be said. The most basic articulation, the arms do not go out at all. They just go up and, you know, they can spin around. The head can turn left and right, but it cannot tilt or anything. Super, super basic. She cannot sit down, but she can turn. Her tail can kind of turn back and forth. Now, she is very hollow. So the plastic, can you hear that? It really does feel like a shell. It is not as flimsy as I was expecting, so I will give it that, but it is not super high quality by any stretch of the imagination. The face is cute. I mean, it's very basic. The hair is definitely polypropylene, and the way I can tell immediately is just by like doing this and like rubbing the hair against itself. I feel like a gritty texture. It's also very dry and it feels like straw, but it is plastic. So that's how I know that it is polypropylene. Also, it's just done up in like a ponytail. There is no part line, and if I was to pull apart the hair here, you will see that underneath the doll is bald. They have only bothered to root the perimeter of the hairline just so that way they could put the hair up in a ponytail. Obviously, more hair on the doll costs more to produce. There is a fabric outfit which is removable, and then 2 ribbons to go over the shoulders and Velcro in the back. And then it has an attached piece of tulle that has little hearts on it that give it kind of like a skirt. She also comes with an accessory, so she does have this pink little comb here. It has little stars on it, and it's just attached to her by zip tie. Now, of course, this is the only doll that I got today that is a mermaid. The rest of them are humans. They have legs. So this is gonna be a slightly different entry into this list, but this is going to be our least expensive doll option. I don't even think that this is really the kind of doll that you would intentionally go to the store to get for a kid or for a collector. In my opinion, this is the kind of doll that you get your kid when you're at the store already and they're begging you to buy them something while you're there. That being said, for $1, it's not bad. It's a cute little doll, and you do get a comb with it. So there you go. All right, moving on. The next 2 dolls are really the reason that I ended up doing this video in the first place. We have Hair-mazing, and I got this at Walmart, and we have Sparkle Girls, which I got from Target. Now, since I'm going in order from least expensive to most expensive, Hair-mazing is next because this doll was $4.97, and the Sparkle Girls was $4.99. So she beat out Sparkle Girls by only a few pennies. So this is the way the doll is presented, how the doll comes. It's in a mostly plastic-free packaging, which I do really like, other than this little tag here to like hang her on the shelf and the little straps holding her in. The rest of it is pretty much just cardboard, which I do appreciate. The doll is pretty much open to the elements, so if kids are picking up dolls off the shelves and looking at them and stuff like that, they are touching them, so they're not as like well protected. But if I'm being honest, I haven't really seen too many of these dolls being messed up in the store on the shelf. Here is the front of the packaging here. Here is the back. You actually have some really pretty artwork here of a couple of the characters. Now, to take this doll out, you just basically have to cut the strap around her ankle, around her knees, and around her waist. So I'm just going to do that really quick, and she is free. Now, there is some rubber bands holding her hair down in place, so that way in the store she doesn't end up looking too crazy. But here we go. This is the doll. This is pretty much all you get with the doll. There is no additional accessories, no hairbrush or comb or anything like that. But the doll does have a fabric outfit that is fully removable. She is a fairy, so she does have wings, and they are just kind of sewn onto her dress. The dress is really pretty. It's got these kind of like metallic rainbow butterflies printed all over it. And she comes with a pair of really cute shoes. I actually really like these T-strap sandal heels. I think these are really cute. She just has the basic 5 points of articulation, so she can turn at the head. She cannot tilt or anything, only turn left and right. But her arms have the better shoulder articulation that I prefer, rather than only going up and down. Her arms can go out. And the same thing with her hips. Right away, I can tell you that the materials used feel way better than what we saw with the dollar store doll. Her hair is still a polypropylene or maybe like a cheaper nylon. It is definitely better, like way better than the dollar store, but it is still not as nice as like a Rainbow High. Now, once again, she does not have a part line because of the hairstyle that they decided to give her, so you can see that there is no part line there. Her head is rooted all the way through, so it's not bald like the dollar store was. Here's a close-up of her face, which is probably my favorite part of these dolls. I think that the face screening and face sculpt is so beautiful. Also, out of all the dolls that I got today, this is the only one that is curvy, and it does come in other body types. So there is a little bit of diversity that you're getting with Hair Amazing that you may not be getting with any of the others. Oh, except for Barbie. We all know that Barbie really does focus on inclusion and diversity in the line. All right, so next up, we're gonna take a look at the Sparkle Girls. Now, I feel like Sparkle Girls have probably been around longer than the Hair Amazing dolls have, at least in the budget sense. Now, I believe this is not the first Sparkle Girls doll that I've had on my channel. I did review some Sparkle Girls dolls like a year or two ago, so if you want to see that, if I can find the video, I'll put a link to it up here, so that way you can go check that out. Those were not the budget dolls though. Those were like the deluxe budget dolls, if that makes sense, but you'll just have to go watch the video to see what I mean. So just as a reminder, this doll is $4.99, and she is dressed up as a unicorn. Just like the Hair Amazing dolls, she comes in a little cone, a little cardboard cone. This time on the back, there is no artwork or anything. It's only shown here on the front. And I think she only has the one strap around her waist that's holding her into this thing. And she also has a rubber band holding her hair down. So I'm just gonna take that off real quick, along with the rubber band that is holding her hair to her wrist. Now, I just noticed that this is a completely different scale of doll than the other ones that we're looking at today. So whereas this one is maybe a little bit more realistic other than the larger size feet and the larger head, she definitely has a bigger head and a smaller body. So she's more in proportion with like a Bratz doll, whereas she's kind of a mix between Barbie Fashionista and maybe Monster High or something like that. So this is what we get for $4.99. She has a really cute little headband that is attached to her head by a plug. So it's actually plugged directly into her head. Not like some dolls that have like a headband and then they use little plastic stays to ka-junk into the head. This is not like that. There's actually a plug. I don't know how well you can see this, but there's actually a plug that goes directly into a hole in her head. So you could say that the unicorn horn is technically permanent. Now, this is the first doll that has a part line in the hair. So you can see that there is a side part there. She also has tinsel in her hair, which is nice. And the front of her hair has this little twist in it. This is also the first doll in the lineup that actually can tilt at the head. So she has movement in her head. She can turn left and right and look up and down ever so slightly. She has a good range of movement for her her shoulders, and she actually has really good range of movement at her legs. She can do the splits even, but it's pretty much still just the 5 points of articulation. There's no bend at the knees or anything like that. The hair quality is a little bit of an improvement from the last doll, I will say. I don't know, they're very, very close, so it's kind of hard to tell between the Hair Amazing and the Sparkle Girls. You would think that the Hair Amazing doll would have really amazing hair. I mean, it's kind of in the name, and the original dolls had it, but these ones, not so much. But yeah, once again, it's still a polypropylene. She does have a very sparkly outfit, which I think is designed really well because it's just a simple like fit and flare kind of princess dress. You've got a printed on design that kind of has that like lacing or corseting, or I'm not sure what that's called. There's some ribbons for straps over the shoulders, and then comes down to a skirt that has glitter on it. And there's like a little like, I'm not sure what cut, peplum skirt that is made of mesh that also has a different kind of glitter on it. Oh, and I like this material that the bodice is made of. It's all like sparkly and rainbowy. This brings us down to the shoes. The shoes are really cute. They're like little ballet slippers. So it looks like she is on point, and the strap that goes around is actually adjustable. So this can actually be undone for you to take the shoes off and put them on, and that's kind of cute. All right, moving on. I want to try and speed things up if I can. So next, let's take a look at the dolls that I got from Five Below. Now, both of these dolls were $5, so they're both going to be here. I just want to start with this one because I'm impatient. I really want to see how the bike works. Now, I didn't do any kind of research before getting these dolls, but this one, I don't know if the brand name is Lollipop or if that's the company that made the doll, but I believe that these are Zoe dolls. So, because it says Zoe down here. And this one is the Summer Riding doll. So now that we're kind of getting up in the price, we're starting to see dolls that have like actual names with like the name of the line that it was part of and everything. On the back, there is a picture. It's of a different doll, and I didn't see this one there, but she is also riding a bike. And it says, bend my arms and legs, helmet and hairbrush included. So yeah, she is wearing a helmet, and there is a cute little hairbrush right there. So let me go ahead and open this, get the doll out, and I will be right back. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've got the doll out of the box. She is absolutely adorable, and I have to say, for $5, I am impressed. Now, of course, she does come with a very simple little yellow hairbrush, which is great for hair play. And of course, she comes with her bike and her helmet. Now, let me take her off of her bike really quick because I just want to show you. This bicycle is so cute, and the chain actually works. So if you roll this across the table, the pedals do actually move. Now, the only bad thing about the bicycle is that the chain is a rubber band, so over time that will degrade and probably break. Also, it's not strong enough that if the doll is on it, even though her feet do kind of clip into the pedals, if you roll it across the table, this is not strong enough to actually move her legs and bend the legs, just because just because the joints are just stiff enough that it's kind of hard to move her legs. So unfortunately, she can't move, but I love this aspect of it. The fact that, oh, I broke it. Okay, I didn't break it. Crisis averted. But just the fact that the wheels do actually turn with this. I love this. It's a functioning bike. That is so cool. And if you look at all the different colors, like each of these things that are different colors are different pieces of plastic. So they had to put them together, and like they even like screwed them together and everything. So yeah, this is nice. It's not just a static statue of a bike. And of course, that does bring us to the doll herself. Now, she has a helmet that can come off, and it is adjustable. Let me just take this off really quick. Super cute. She has an adorable face. Her hair is also a polypropylene, but it is the nicer polypropylene, so it would probably be on par with the Hair Amazing and the Sparkle Girls, maybe a little bit better. It does have a center part because it is braided into these two little pigtails. However, it looks like the hair is only rooted around the perimeter and the part line. She is bald underneath. Now, that is very disappointing, but the reason they do that is to reduce bulk, because if they rooted the full head, this braid would be a lot thicker than it is. The outfit is all one piece, but just because of the way they decided to sew it together, it could actually be two separate pieces the way that it is, but I think they just decided to do it as a onesie so that they only had to do the one piece of Velcro. And there are places where, although like the bottom of the shorts are hemmed and the neckline is hemmed, the sleeves are not hemmed. It's like a raw edge. But the material is cute. She does have these little shoes that kind of have molded on laces and everything. There's no painted details. And of course the articulation, the whole reason that I picked this doll. Now she has movement at her head, but it is only like side to side, but she has a good range of movement at her shoulders. She has a bend at the elbows and also at the wrists. She also has a really good range of movement at the hip. She can do the splits if she wants. And she has a bend at the knee that is a really good joint and range of movement. There is no articulated ankle though, but that's fine. Needless to say, by the materials used and the amount of articulation alone, I am very, very impressed by this doll for only $5. Moving on, we have the Glam Squad. This is the other doll that I picked up from Five Below, so it is also $5. Also, I know I have a lot of viewers in other countries. Just a heads up that when I say the price of these, this is the price before tax because in America they add tax after. I don't know why, but anyway, it's how they do. So $5 plus tax. And this doll comes with a whole bunch of little accessories and everything. Now this one says it is the Alpine Skier. On the back it says that it is Series 1, so I guess this is a relatively new doll line, I'm assuming. It also says freestyling on the slopes and the runway. So they are definitely being like advertised as a fashion doll. Now for this doll, they actually started doing a little bit more on the back here. Like they actually kind of like invested in the doll a little bit, like not necessarily monetarily, but like they actually took their time on making this doll line because there is some more information about the character. So this is actually really cool. For a budget doll, I feel like they're going a little bit more all out. They want to make this feel a little bit more legit. All right, let me get her out of the box and I'll be right back. All right, so this doll was actually pretty easy to get out of the box as well. Now, I love that this doll comes with little accessories. So she has a little ski pass. It looks like it is just made of cardboard. It just says ski pass on both sides, and there's a ribbon so she can probably like wear it around her neck. She has little earmuffs. These are really cute. This is like a full plastic mold for an earmuff, but then the actual earmuffs are covered by this yellow fur as well. She comes with these sunglasses, and I'm starting to notice something. These sunglasses look familiar. I'm wondering if any of this is like reused Barbie items, like older Barbie molds, because some of these look familiar, but they're different enough that they could be unique. But I don't know. This is kind of interesting. She comes with this cute scarf. It is a really plush material, very, very soft, but it is just a cut piece of material. There is no hemming anywhere. It does have like little pieces kind of fraying off like fuzz, but it does feel really nice, like really nice quality. And then of course she comes with her skis that clip on her boots and her ski poles that she can hold on to. Here is the doll. I think that she is actually quite pretty. I really like her makeup that they decided to give her. She has this beanie that has a raw edge. It's just cut. There is no hemming on it. The material feels okay. It's not the cheapest material I felt, but it's not the highest quality necessarily. The hair, once again, polypropylene, not surprised. It's on par with all the other dolls that I've looked at so far, except for the Dollar Tree. That one has horrible hair. The jacket is really interesting because it is just a jacket, but it has a fur trim. The material of the jacket is very plush. It's a little different than this scarf. Even, you know, you can kind of, wait, is it the same? Hold on. It is a different material. You can see there, it's actually a different material. This is a little bit nicer than this, but this is still really, really nice material. And the fur trim is extremely soft. So I'm actually kind of impressed by this jacket. I do kind of like it. Underneath, she actually has a long sleeve turtleneck top with just a, you know, printed on pocket. I'm assuming that looks like it's supposed to be a pocket or something, and the detail around is just printed on. But it's nice. It's like a you know, a long sleeve sweater that's actually underneath this jacket, and I'm not going to take it off just because like I'll never get it back on again. Oh, there is a little whatever this is coming off of the jacket. So there's that. Now, I was really impressed with this doll, but then we got down to the pants. The pants feel absolutely horrible. I hate this. It's dry feeling. It is fuzzy. It's like a microfiber almost because it catches every little imperfection on my fingers. I hate it. It's like nails on a chalkboard. I can't stand the material that they chose. It feels very, very cheap. I also noticed that there is a ribbon here. I think that's supposed to be a belt. It is just attached to the back of the pants here, but it looks like it's supposed to be a belt. And then moving down, we have her ski boots, which are pink, and they do fit perfectly into the skis. So now we can give her little ski poles and she can go skiing. Now, I might be a little partial because I love winter themed dolls. I like the design of them. So I just think that she's super cute, but you know, I want to keep it honest for the sake of the review, for the quality and everything. All right, taking off those, let's take a look at the articulation. So we've got movement at the head, once again, just back and forth. She cannot tilt it or anything like that. She can only turn it. She has the shoulder joint that goes up, and then she has a joint at the hip, so her legs can go forward and backward, and they can go out just a little bit. Her legs are a harder plastic than the other dolls. Some of these other dolls, their legs are kind of like a malleable material, but hers are brittle, like really hard plastic. Okay, moving on. The next two dolls were both the exact same price, and they were both from Walmart. So I have a Barbie, just a Barbie doll. I guess, oh, it is Dreamtopia. I thought it wasn't Dreamtopia because it doesn't say Dreamtopia on the front, but it does say Dreamtopia. So I guess I have two Dreamtopia dolls, technically. Oops. Anyway, so we have a Barbie Dreamtopia princess doll, and we have a Mattel Disney Cinderella ballerina doll. Let's take a look at the Dreamtopia doll first because I did find her first. So this Barbie Dreamtopia doll, it was $6.27 at Walmart, and she comes just on a basic blister pack style, which means it's the card back with the plastic shell on the front. On the back, there is some character artwork here of the character that you are getting. Really easy to open. And here is the doll. Now, just like the others, she does have a rubber band holding her hair down, so I'm going to take these rubber bands out. And just like that, the doll is free. Now, this is a relatively basic doll. There is no hairbrush or other accessories other than what comes on the doll. Speaking of which, you do get a little blue tiara. It is held in with these little T-tags or the little kajinkers, you know, the little plastic stays that are stuck into her head to hold it on her head. She has a removable plastic necklace. Actually, is it removable? Oh, it is removable, but there is a plug right here to plug it into her chest, so that way it'll kind of stay put. I kind of like that because that way it doesn't move. Oh, this is weird. So this technically is not really meant to be removable because there is no opening in the back. So really, this is meant to be kind of permanent on the doll. At least if you're getting this as a toy for a kid to play with, obviously. Now, the top is molded on and it is painted on, and the paint goes all the way around to the back. And she has a very basic, kind of like a satin kind of material skirt. It is an elastic waistband in this beautiful teal color, and it is hemmed at the bottom. And she comes with these really cute little high heel sandal shoes with bows on the front. There we go. Now you can see the details. There is a rubber band holding the shoes on. Let me take that off. Now, the rubber band was holding the shoes on, but they seem to be staying on pretty well on their own as it is. Now, this doll has a major upgrade in the hair. It is relatively short hair, I will admit, but it is saran, which is my personal favorite type of doll hair. And the rooting is actually pretty full. So I have no complaints, no bald spots or anything like that. And there is a part line, whereas some of the earlier dolls I showed you didn't have a part line because of the way they did the hairstyle. Now, this doll basically has the fashionista articulation, the 5 points of articulation. You've got movement at the head, at the shoulder, and at the hip. There's nothing at the elbows or the knee, and the body is made from a really nice feeling plastic, something that we've just come to expect from Mattel when at least comparing with these other budget dolls. Here is a close-up of the face, just because I don't think I showed you earlier. She is very pretty, and I always really like Barbie's face molds. And surprisingly, she does not have pixel face. It looks like it's just a normal screening. Oh, she lost a shoe. I guess that's why she had a rubber band on her feet. Now, just so you can see, I did take the skirt off so that way you can see that she is wearing basically a full body suit or like a swimsuit. So this doll could technically be a swimsuit doll. So even though I didn't go with the swimsuit doll at Walmart, this one being around the same price, you still technically get a swimsuit doll that you could play with in the pool or in the bathtub or whatever. Now, compared to the last doll that we looked at, this Barbie definitely has higher quality materials. Even this is technically better than the pants on the last doll, but like the other one had like the really plush feeling jacket and everything and a lot more accessories. This one has a lot less accessories, but the material like the hair and the plastic is a much higher quality, more durable plastic. Next up, also from Walmart, is the Disney Princess doll by Mattel. This doll also was $6.27. Now, being that this is also by Mattel, this is also on a blister pack style. This is from the Disney Princess line, but it is one of the ballerina dolls. So this is one of the more budget ones. I'm just gonna go ahead and open up the blister pack here. Get the doll out just like that. Something to note is most of these dolls are pretty easy to unbox, but these last two have been like the easiest. You open it and they're not really strapped down or anything like that. So here is the Cinderella doll. I genuinely really like the new Disney dolls that Mattel is doing. I love their face sculpts and their face screenings. They are just so pretty. And even though I got this one to compare for this budget doll video, I am actually going to be using this for another project that I planned on doing. So she has like multi-purpose for me. Now this doll also has saran hair. Actually, now I can't tell if this hair is saran or if it's nylon. It does not feel like polypropylene to me. It feels nicer than that. And I totally just messed up her hair. But that's okay. I'm gonna end up rerooting her later anyway. Her hair is much, much shorter for this particular style, but that's just the way that Cinderella dolls normally are because of the way her hair was in the animation. She does have a rooted part line. I'm just pointing that out because there were some of the dolls earlier that are less expensive that don't have a rooted part line because they just put it up in a ponytail or whatever. And her hair is very thickly rooted. Being that her hair is so short, her hair is very thickly rooted. So she's got a lot of hair. Now, her outfit is molded on and painted on for the top or for the bodice, and then also underneath. So it's kind of like a whole like leotard. I guess you could remove the skirt and that way you can see that. The skirt, this is literally plastic. It literally feels like a disposable tablecloth, like those that you get for a kid's birthday party. That's kind of what this feels like, except maybe a little bit more durable because those you can like really easily tear and you can't do that with this. And it's a raw hem. It is not hemmed, but for this material and this design, you wouldn't want to hem this anyway. Like it's got this really cute little scalloped edge, but it is kind of like plasticky and cheap feeling. Her legs are just molded from a white plastic. Her feet are on point because she is a ballerina doll with the ballet slippers and everything, but the shoes are molded on. They are not removable, but they have a cute little bow on the back and they have a lot of really cute molded detail. So I do like that. I just wish that they were removable. Now, her arms are in this pose permanently to make her like a ballerina doll so she can do these like ballet poses. I don't know any of the names of the poses, but this way she can be, you know, posed perfectly and everything. And then she also has movement at the hips, so she can sit down and her legs do kind of go out a little bit. They do not really go back, which is kind of sad being that it's a ballerina doll. She doesn't have as much of a range of movement, but it's a basic ballerina doll. So if you have a kid that's going into ballet, this might be something that they'd enjoy playing with. Or even not. I mean, you know, imagination. They don't have to be in ballet to like play ballerina. Okay, next up we have this Barbie Dreamtopia unicorn doll that I was able to find at Marshall's. Now, yes, this is a Dreamtopia doll just like this one was, and I did say I only wanted to do one doll from each doll line that I was doing, so this is cheating a little bit, but this is a... Yeah, she comes with a little bit more and she's a slightly higher price point, so I guess I'm gonna justify, it's my video, not yours. Let me do my thing. So anyway, she does have like a little bit more, like she has an extra accessory. There is extra painted details. The plastic for her headband is like different colors and stuff. So, you know, she is a little bit more like the price, a few dollars more basically for her base price. I was able to get her for $5.50, so it's a really just good indicator that if you go to Ross or Marshalls or TJ Maxx or, you know, any of the discount store or That's Cheap, you're able to get dolls potentially at a discounted price or a lower price, or check out the clearance sections in like Walmart and Target. Those are a great place if you're on a budget and you're looking for dolls. Anyway, that being said, let's go ahead and look at this doll here. So there is some beautiful character artwork on the back as well, and just like the other Mattel dolls, she is in a blister pack style, which means she's going to be very, very easy to open. Okay. Let me, her horn is askew now. Oh my gosh, she is so pretty. Okay, so out of the box, this is how she comes. Her hair is held down by a rubber band, so I am going to remove that really quick. Also, this extra piece right here is attached to her hand by rubber band, so I'm taking that out also. Okay, so this is a very pretty doll. So here is the face. I don't think I've been doing a very good job at showing all the faces on these dolls, but here we go for this one. Now, unfortunately, she does seem to have the shiny pixel face. The thing is, looking at this face, even though it technically is pixelated, it still looks really good. And the only bad thing about the pixelation is that its UV resin is shiny. Otherwise, it doesn't really look pixelated to me, from at least with the naked eye. She has the basic 5 points of articulation. She has movement at the head with tilting. She has the movement at the arms with decent range of movement, as well as at the legs. Once again, decent range of movement. Her top and her necklace are both molded on and painted on. There is glitter, but they do have like painted details, which is nice, and they use different colors for it. The skirt is removable, and it is the same material as this skirt. Actually, this one feels a little bit nicer. This one's kind of a nicer satiny material, but it is a raw hem. There is no hem to it, but it has an elastic waistband, and it is removable. Underneath, it looks like she's wearing like a one-piece bathing suit or a leotard. Her legs are sculpted from a blue plastic to make it look like she is wearing leggings or tights. As far as accessories, she does have a pair of little pink sandals, which are really cute. She has a headband that has a unicorn horn and ears, and it is attached to her head using these little plastic stays that are kind of stabbed into her head. She also comes with this little extra piece of hair on this piece of plastic, which, based off of the picture on the box, I found out is a belt, and it's supposed to be her tail because she is a unicorn. So there we go. It's supposed to be like a little waist hugger, and it gives her like a little unicorn tail. I think that's creative. I do like that she came with an extra accessory. This is a really cute idea. The only thing is the hair is only being held on by a little rubber band right here, which means it would be really easy for this hair to come out, and I hate loose hair when it comes to dolls. Speaking of the hair is very vibrant, very pretty. I love the colors. It is also very fully rooted. There is no bald spots or anything. It's actually pretty thick hair, but it is polypropylene. I've noticed that with Mattel, when they do these more fantasy colors, they kind of lean towards giving the doll polypropylene hair rather than saran, and they usually only do the saran if the doll's hair is more of a natural hair color like brown or blonde or black. I also just noticed that the painted on details do not go all the way around to the back, because like the yellow part right there, it only stops halfway. The necklace, though, is painted, which is weird because this part is pink and then right here is blue. Oh, it's because it's the same color blue. That's why. But anyway, moving on to our last doll. This doll is the most expensive doll. I got her from Target, and she was $9.99. She was just at that $10 mark. So even though these dolls are more expensive at Walmart or other places possibly, I'm still counting it because I wanted this doll in my collection anyway, and this is the perfect opportunity to get the doll. So this is a Na-Na-Na Surprise Mini, and this is from Series 3, which I'm really excited for. Now, Na-Na-Na Surprise are a blind bag or blind box situation, so you don't actually know which character you're getting. You can't see the doll before you buy it, but there is a little indicator sticker here, so that tells you which character you are getting. On the back of the box, there is a little list or picture of all artwork for all of the characters that you can get in this this wave. And because I got the one with the panda on the sticker, I should be getting this doll right here, which I'm really excited for because that was one of my favorite Nanana surprise dolls that I have in my collection for the normal size. Oh my gosh, looking at these, I definitely want more. Oh my gosh, they have Marina. They have the mermaid. Oh, I have to get her. And I want the cowgirl. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is not just a review of Nanana surprise. I'll talk about that in another video. Anyway, let me go ahead and open this one up. Now, even though this doll is at the $10 price point, this isn't technically a budget doll. Like some of these, like the Sparkle Girls and the Hair Amazing dolls are definitely meant to be budget dolls. This is like a normal toy. It just happened to fall under that $10 price limit that I set for myself. The opening experience is a little different. It is like an actual unboxing experience, whereas the other ones were super easy to open. There's a lot more steps and a lot more plastic involved with these dolls. You do get a little poster, which kind of doubles as a little checklist for all of the characters, so you can kind of keep track as you're collecting if you like. It also shows the characters with their little like symbols, so you know which doll comes with which little sticker on the cover. So these come out in blind bags. The big one is the doll. Oh, I forgot about the confetti. I also just realized that I have the wrong doll. There is 2 panda dolls in this line. There's the panda boy and the panda girl. I wanted the panda girl, but she just has a panda face for her sticker. I got the panda boy, which has a sticker that just has like a whole panda here. And there's a bunch of confetti, which is now everywhere. And I've got the panda boy. So this is unfortunate. This is not the doll that I thought that it was, but that's okay. We're just gonna keep going because for the most part, it's still the same whether I got the girl or the boy, depending, you know, regardless of what character. So I will say for this doll line, it could be a surprise. So if you don't know which doll is which for the symbol, it's still a blind situation, which doesn't make it very different from the other budget dolls that I'm showing you today. Okay, I can't be mad because these dolls are really cute. Here is the doll out of the package. Their faces are very, very cute. They have really detailed, really beautiful faces. They have a plastic or rubbery hat that is permanently attached, and they have one line of rooted hair that goes around underneath. There is no way for me to check the rooting without breaking the hat to take it off, which is fine because I know it's not a full head of rooted hair regardless, but it is rooted hair and the hair is a really high quality nylon material, so it's really nice doll hair. This one does have little pom-poms. They are molded plastic with the fuzz added on the outside. And just like most of the dolls that I've shown you in this video, this doll has pretty basic articulation. There is movement at the head, so it turns and tilts and everything, but then the arms and legs are very basic. They just kind of twist back and forth. The legs kind of do this, so he can't really sit, I mean, he can kind of sit down, but that's pretty much it. The outfit and accessories do come in these blind bags, so I'm just gonna go ahead and open this up. Here is his little outfit. Here is his shoes and glasses. And you also gotta be very careful because these ones come with cloth or fabric socks that you have to put on the doll, and they're very easy to lose, especially in all the confetti mess. And here is the doll fully dressed in his outfit. Now these dolls' outfits are rubbery, so they are really easy to put onto the doll. The one thing is the socks. Obviously you gotta be really careful because they are fabric, so it's kind of hard to put them on since it's such a small doll. But once you get it on, they're on pretty good. Now any of these dolls, if they happen to have sleeves, their arms no longer really, I mean, they can kind of move, but you know, this is what it looks like in the back. The whole outfit just kind of like moves and stretches open. And I love the detail of these glasses. These glasses are so cute, and they actually are like painted and have lenses that are see-through, so you can actually still see his eyes. And they have like little details painted everywhere all over this with like little logos and stuff like that. So there you have it. I showed you 9 different budget dolls that you can choose from. When it comes down to it, I think my personal favorite is probably the Nanana Surprise. I don't know if this is considered cheating or not because it is not the same scale as the rest of them. The rest of them were supposed to be 1/6 scale, and this is much smaller than that. If I had to pick one that is probably my favorite, oh, this is tough because I think that this Barbie has the best quality quality, like the feel of the plastic, the hair is saran, you know, the way that the joints move and everything, this feels like the highest quality. But these dolls from Five Below came with so much stuff. Here she is with her goggles and her earmuffs, by the way, and her ski pass and her little scarf. And then this one on her bike with her articulation, like, this is crazy. I think the best value might be these ones because they are a flat $5 each, but you get so much. It's a decent quality doll, like a pretty good quality doll that you're getting with all these accessories, all these fashions, or, you know, all this articulation plus, you know, good fashions and like really cool accessories that they come with. I think I really like the style of the Hairmazing dolls. I think that they're very, very pretty. And I know some people will argue that Mattel has low quality. I completely disagree. For what is there, the quality is really good for what is there, except for her skirt. Her skirt is super cheap. But the rest of it, like the materials used, is really good quality. It's just like, for example, the Disney one, not removable shoes, no other accessories, just a removable skirt, you know, stuff like that is what I think people get frustrated with for like if they're expecting a higher quality doll. But keep in mind, these are all budget dolls. They are all under $10 and they're all closer to that $5 range. Well, except for this one. Oh, and this one. But if you're a doll collector or looking for like a gift for your kid or something like that to play with and you're on a budget, you know, there's a lot of different options, and depending on where you go or what you decide to get, you're going to get different levels of quality and different amounts of things for the money that you're getting. I think the only one that I probably wouldn't recommend is the dollar store doll, just because she is such cheap plastic, and honestly, like, these arms pop off super easily. Actually, that kind of put up a little resistance, so maybe it's not as easy to take the arm off, but I mean, it didn't break it. It literally just pops out of the socket really easily, and just like that, she's fixed again. But honestly, like, I don't see this as being any kind of collector thing, unless if you like to collect things like this. But this is probably the only one I wouldn't recommend. Like, it's not even worth it for $1.25. I would highly, highly recommend spending a couple extra dollars and getting yourself a Hairmazing doll or even a Sparkle Girls doll. I think between these two, I definitely prefer the Hairmazing doll, though. I like the design. I love the diversity. And you do get a lot more hair. Plus, I just think overall, I like the design of like the shoes and everything a little bit more. I don't know. It's hard for me to pick a favorite. Well, no, it's not. I know that I love the Not Surprise dolls. But now I want to hear from you guys. Sound off in the comments. Let me know which of the 9 dolls that I showed you is your favorite, or which one do you think is the best value for the price. At the end of the day, opinions are subjective and there is no wrong answer. I'm just curious to your thoughts. That being said, if you made it this far in the video and you ended up enjoying yourself, you can let me know by hitting the thumbs up. If you do that, it really helps out my channel. It also lets me know what kind of videos you want to see more of. And of course, as always, don't forget to subscribe, hit the little bell icon, you'll get a notification every time I upload. And of course, as always, don't forget to subscribe and join the Seahorse Army. That being said, I'm gonna get going because I'm gonna run back over to Target real quick and see if I can find the panda girl to go with my little panda boy. Also, I have to clean up all this confetti now. Confetti! Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you in the next video. Bye! If you like this video, you can let me know by hitting thumbs up. You can check out some of my other videos by clicking one of the links on the screen. I post new videos every week, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified every time I upload. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.